Hello, welcome to the ePremierLeague Invitational. I'm Adam Smith and I'm pleased to say I will be joined by Joe Tomlinson and Harry Panero. We're in day 3 to find out who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League, Joe. And we've got another big 4 matches to look forward to today.
Yeah, 4 more massive games. We've seen plenty of goals over the last 2 days. Hopefully we see more of the same today. But just a reminder for everybody watching at home to stay at home and saves lives. Of course, the prize fund from this EPL Invitational tournament will indeed be getting donated to the Players Together initiative. So that is great to see. Let's just have a reminder then of what you guys can expect to see today. We've got a first big Midlands game between Wolves and Leicester. It'll be Diogo Jota representing Wolverhampton Wanderers against Wilfred Ndidi up first. Game number 2, we'll see tournament favourite Todd Cantwell going up against Sheffield United's Lys Mousset. Then we'll see a return of 2 players we saw on day 1. Brighton's Neil Maupay will be taking on Bournemouth's Philip Billing. And finally, our last standing celebrity fan, Josh Franceschi, will be playing against Burnley's Dwight McNeil. Just a quick one for people that are joining late and maybe didn't catch day 1 and didn't catch day 2. Do you want to explain the rules?
Yeah, these are, of course, the all-important rules for the tournament. So these are the tournament rules, the EPL Invitational. It's a straight knockout tournament. You lose 1 game and you are out. 1 game per round. Every single Premier League club represented by either a player from their squad or celebrity fan. As Joe said, we are down to just our last celebrity fan for Arsenal. Now looking at the individual game rules, there will be 2 6-minute halves. In the event of a draw, we will go to golden goal to determine the winner. We haven't gone to golden goal yet. Will we see that used for the first time in the tournament today? It's 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode as they battle on the PlayStation 4 to find out who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League, Joe.
Yeah, we can see the draw here on the left-hand side is yesterday's games. Of course, Manchester United getting hammered by Trent Alexander-Arnold's Liverpool 5-1. He progressed and he faces Christian Atsu in the next round, who did enough just to overcome Tottenham and Moussa Sissoko. Potentially the player of the tournament so far stepped up as well yesterday. Andre Gomez hammering Reece James 8-0. He will progress to face Raheem Sterling of Manchester City, who played out an epic game against Wilfried Zaha in that 5-4 victory. Today, as I've already spoken about, you're going to see Wolves against Leicester, Diogo Jota versus Wilfred Ndidi very shortly. Then we'll see tournament favourite Todd Cantwell against Sheffield United, and Brighton, Bournemouth and Arsenal, Burnley will finish up the day, Smithy.
Yeah, and it was a great day yesterday. I mean, so many goals, so much highlights. We can bring you those highlights now of yesterday's play. So this was day 2 of the EPL Invitational. It started off with a huge fixture. Raheem Sterling representing Man City, Wilfried Zaha representing Crystal Palace. Raheem took an early lead, but Wilfried Zaha straight back into it. And there was a lot of banter between these two during the game, before the game and after the game. Look at that celebration from Raheem Sterling as he sailed into a 2-1 lead, but not for long. Wilfried Zaha scoring with Wilfried Zaha to equalise and then taking the lead. So Crystal Palace 3-2 lead at this stage, but once again, Raheem straight back into it. Then this moment of the game, a disgusting, sweaty goal, Wilfried Zaha described it as. Raheem didn't care because it was a huge goal. 5-3, he sailed into the lead. 5-4 victory. In the end, Raheem Sterling advanced through. Our next game saw celebrity fan Tom Grennan, been a Man United fan since he was 6 months old, take on Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was a close first half. Tom Grennan missing some big chances, but then once the second half started, it was all one-way traffic. Trent Alexander-Arnold, complete dominance, including this absolute beauty of a goal from Sadio Mane, which took him into a 5-0 lead. Tom Grennan did get a late consolation through Anthony Martial, and he was happy with it, but he did lose 5-1. Trent Alexander-Arnold advanced through. Our third game of the day, don't forget this was day 2, was Everton against Chelsea. Andre Gomez representing Everton, Reece James representing Chelsea, and Reece James will not want to see these highlights back, that is for certain. It was all Andre Gomez, described himself before the game as an okay FIFA player. I don't believe him, he was better than okay. He was someone that we haven't spoken about in enough detail. He sailed to an 8-0 victory, and surely now he is one of the tournament favourites. Complete dominance from Andre Gomez as Everton advanced to the next round. Our closest game of the whole tournament was the last game of day 2. It was Newcastle, represented by Christian Atsu, against Moussa Sissoko of Spurs. Moussa Sissoko, of course, gone up against his former squad. Newcastle took the lead, but then Moussa Sissoko equalised with his own player, 1-1. We thought this was the first game that we would see golden goal. But then in the 88th minute, heartbreak for Tottenham. Christian Atsu advancing to the next round. Joe, what a day we saw.
Yeah, brilliant day yesterday. 26 goals in total. I think my favourite game was still game 1 between Raheem Sterling and Wilfried Zaha, just because we saw all of the competitive nature pouring out of both of them. We could hear before the game they were bantering, during the game they were hammering each other, and then after the game, Wilfried Zaha obviously not happy at all with Raheem Sterling's goal, Harry.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was probably one of the, simply because, you know, 2 great players. It was a highly contested game as well. But what killed me the most was just the trash talk between both of them. We saw some stuff said about goals that are probably not accepted in the FIFA community, as you know, Joe. But it's one of those competitions where anything happens. And we got surprised as well by Andre Gomez, fooled us all, talked himself down so much where we didn't even think he was a player, and he came with an 8-0 demolition of Reece James. So, Smithy, it's been one of those great competitions so far, and I can't wait for day 3, man.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Harry. And let's get into it. Well, let's just give it some context, because we saw the goal in the highlights. There was a big moment of contention in that game. Wilfried Zaha complaining about one of the goals, to calling it a disgusting, sweaty goal. And it was a crucial goal for him. This is what he said about that goal after the game.
But I'm not complaining. You know it's disgusting. We both know that was disgusting. But
listen to what I'm saying.
You got the win. You got the win.
Listen what I'm saying. No? Crystal Palace are about to win the league. Yeah? It's the last minute of the game. You're through on goal. Andros Townsend's beside you. To win the league, you're going to pass the ball because you need 3 points, right?
No, I won't pass it back. You didn't pass it to the side. You passed it back. You shot it from behind.
There we go. So very, very contentious, Joe. And I'm pleased to say that both our players are with us now. So I'm going to speak to our home player first, representing Wolverhampton Wanderers, Diogo Jota. Diogo, thank you very much for joining us. Can you hear us? And how excited are you that you're representing Wolves in this tournament?
Hi, hello everyone. Yeah, it is always a pleasure to represent this club. Now in a new platform, so let's see what I can do.
Now, Diogo, a lot of people in the FIFA community are talking you up. You're quite a good FIFA player, aren't you? Give us an insight into how good you are at FIFA.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I play good, but it all depends on the opponent, so let's see.
Okay, let's talk about your Wolves teammates then. Within the Wolves squad, would you say you are the best or one of the best FIFA players at Wolves?
Yeah, probably one of the best. Yeah, we played the tournament 1-2 weeks ago, and I won, so at the moment I think I'll probably be the best.
Probably the best at Wolves. I like that. And you spoke briefly about your opponent. You're going up against Wilfried Ndidi for Leicester in your first game. What do you know about Wilfried on FIFA? Any insight you can give us?
Nothing. So it will be a complete surprise what he can do. So I hope I can adapt quick to make a good game.
There we go, Joe. Diogo not giving much away and doesn't know much about his opponent. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on in our first game of the day.
Yeah, and I think we can actually talk to his opponent now. Wilfried, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Wilfried. How are you feeling ahead of the game today?
I'm okay. Just ready, yeah.
We heard Diogo Jota there saying that he plays quite a lot of FIFA. He won a FIFA tournament at Wolves recently. Do you play a lot of FIFA yourself?
Yeah, I do sometimes. I do play online, play with some people, play with the fans, and I get smashed sometimes. But that's just the way I play the FIFA. I really play online and just play. I don't play the Ultimate Team, just play the FIFA online. Yeah.
And what kind of style of FIFA play can we expect to see from you today? You're going to be very attacking, you're going to be very defensive. What can we see?
I don't know. Maybe you'll be the judge after the game.
Okay, there we go, Smithy. I think Wilfried Ndidi quietly confident there, I have to say.
You like that? Great stuff, Joe. Right, we're going to have a bit of fun now with both our players. Before we play, Diogo and Wilfred, we're going to test your knowledge on FIFA 20. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to have 3 questions, Diogo. I'm going to ask you first. So the first 3 questions are for Diogo, and they're all about FIFA 20. Then I'll go to Wilfred for 3 questions. So Diogo, are you ready for your first 3 questions?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so first up, which Wolves player is the joint fastest player in FIFA 20, equal with Kylian Mbappe?
Oh, Adama Traoré.
Yeah, a bit of an easy one, that. Is that right? Is he the fastest player you've ever played with? Because he's rapid, isn't he?
Yeah, by far distance, he's the fastest I ever saw.
Have you ever tried to race him in training?
Yeah, sometimes I'm like a left back, and I always say to him, I'm your worst nightmare.
Love it. Okay, second question. Who has better dribbling stats on FIFA 20, yourself or James Maddison?
Dribbling stats.
Yes.
It will probably James Maddison.
Incorrect. James Maddison, 82. Diogo Jota, 84. So you've got better dribbling stats than James Maddison. So the question was incorrect. As 1 out of 2. Final question. A lot of strong players that Wolves and Leicester have, as we know. But who do you think has better strength, according to FIFA 20? Willy Bolly or Wes Morgan?
Morgan.
Morgan, 89. Willy Bolly, 93. Incorrect. It's your teammate, Willy Bolly.
That's correct.
That's right. Okay, 1 out of 3, Diogo. Wilfred, 2 to win. It seems like from watching you, obviously, you never stopped running, got great stamina. But according to FIFA 20, who has better stamina, Wilfred Ndidi or Matt Doherty?
Wilfred Ndidi.
Straight away, Doherty 92, Wilfred Ndidi 93. It's very close, but you win it. So you think they've got that right? You think you have better stamina, yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Next up, obviously, both teams, Wolves and Leicester, famous for having great strikers, as we know. But who is higher rated on FIFA 20, Jamie Vardy or Raul Jimenez?
Jamie Vardy.
Raul Jimenez, 80. Jamie Vardy, 85. Correct. You've won the quiz, 2 out of 2. This for the clean sweep to make it 3 out of 3. Who do you think has the better shooting according to FIFA 20? Your opponent, Diogo Jota, or your teammate, Ayoze Perez? So better shooting.
Diogo Jota.
You're saying Diogo Jota?
Yeah.
Perez 75, Jota 77, correct. It is a clean sweep, 3 out of 3. Wilfred, you've won the quiz. Does that give you any sort of psychological edge going into the game?
Nah.
Okay, there we go. Congratulations to Wilfred. We are almost ready to start the game. He's smiling, I can tell. He's very competitive and he's happy about that, Harry, deep down. Good fun there. And Wilfred Ndidi takes it.
Yeah, great fun, great fun. He seems to know his football stuff. Before we start the game, lads, we've got some questions for fans. One for Wilfred. We can see that you've got an amazing Nigerian jersey in the background, arguably one of the best jerseys ever. But what is your favorite football jersey?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, Wilfred?
Yeah. Sorry, can you come back? I can't hear you.
Yes, okay. So I can see that you've got the amazing Nigerian jersey in the background. But what is your favorite jersey?
Yeah. The Nigerian kit is my favorite jersey.
Yeah, easy answer. All right, let's get to the game, lads.
Okay.
So here we can see both players nearly ready and raring to go between Wolves and Leicester. These two teams have met twice in the Premier League already this season. It finished 0-0 on both occasions, so we'll be hoping for some more goals there. Obviously, we've seen 49 goals already across 2 days of FIFA action. So much to be made of this one. Diogo Jota has been talked about in the FIFA community as being a potential champion here. If he did get through, he would face the winner of Norwich and Sheffield United, which could end up being Todd Cantwell. So we could be in for an epic game there as well, Smithy.
Yeah, so many mouth-watering potential ties coming up after this as the first chance of the game to Wolves, and it's the first goal, 4 minutes on the clock. Diogo Jota makes no mistake, it is 1-0 Wolves. We spoke about Diogo Jota being a big player, and that is a big goal for you, Diogo, early on. He's focused, Joe. He's in the zone, and it's a big start for Wolves, that.
He's very, very focused. You can tell Diogo Jota plays a lot of FIFA. He played in a charity match last month and beat Ezri Konsa there as well. He's represented Portugal alongside Diogo Mendes in the FIFA E-Nations Stay and Play Cup as well. So we have got a serious player on our hands in Diogo Jota. He's going to sort of implement that slow build-up play, look to use some of Adama Traore's pace, although a quick reminder, we are playing 85 rated mode, so everybody is even. Only weight and height are the differences between the players. Harry, what have you made of the start of this one?
Yeah, Diogo seems to have a lot of control over the ball. We can see how definitely he's a very, very good player just by how he's started off the game. I'm excited to see how he uses Adama Traore because we already know how fast he is and how much strength he's got. So I'm very intrigued to see how he's going to play. But it's a good start from him so far. I don't want to write off Wolford too early, as it's just the first 20 minutes, so the game hasn't even started yet. But yeah, good start so far from Diogo, Joe.
Yeah, definitely a good start. Of course, just a reminder that this side of the draw also sees Neil Mopai and Philip Billing, two very, very good FIFA players. There's another chance for Wolves and Jota here, but he can't take it. Yeah, Neil Mopai and Philip Billing are also on this side of the draw. Both of those put in excellent, excellent performances in the first round of the games. Neil Mopai beating Aston Villa 6-1 and Bournemouth's Philip Billing beating Angus Gunn fairly comfortably 4-0 in one of just 2 clean sheets we've seen so far. Hopefully we'll see some more goals today as well, Smith.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that obviously these teams have met twice in the Premier League this season. No goals in either fixture, 0-0 in both games as Wolves have another chance. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Big chance for Wolves to double their lead, but it does remain 1-0. Yeah, as I was saying, Joe, both teams, both games finished 0-0, so not classic games in the Premier League. But there was that classic match last season, I don't know if you remember, Wolves beating Leicester 4-3. Chance for Leicester, it's the equaliser, Joe.
Wilfred indeed, he gets one back. It's 1-1 here, Wilfred. Talk us through that goal.
I'm busy. I'm actually nervous.
There we go. We can see just what it means to these players. We're only going to go to these guys at half-time and full-time then because they both want to focus on the task at hand. It's a very, very important tie here. 1-1, 23 minutes into the game. We are certainly not going to see another clean sheet this game, that's for sure. 2 excellent FIFA players judging on this first 25 minutes. And Wolves have another chance going forward here. Jota scores again. I think it's Raul Jimenez who's got the goal for him, Harry.
Yes, I mean, it's been quick-fire goals. Wilfred scored an amazing comeback, but then Diogo has showed his quality again. Jimenez with his second goal of the game. It is going to be one of those games where I think chances are going to be what separates these two teams, because it has been pretty even apart from, the first early goal. But what a great start to this day. Good goals, 2-1, sorry. I can't wait for the next one, man.
Yeah, exactly. 2 teams that are doing really well in the Premier League at current as well. Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course, sat 6th on 43 points, and Leicester City in the top 4, 10 points clear of Wolves. And both of these players play massive parts in their club's season as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they can do today, represent them on a slightly different stage. But the pressure is just as high. You can see both players really focused. Here's a chance for Ndidi as well. He's worked into the box well. Can he make the most of it? He can't. It's a really big chance that goes begging there, Smithy.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about these two meeting. Both had big seasons, respectively. Wolves 6th, as you said, Leicester 3rd, and both players playing very well. 0-0 in both fixtures this season. But last year was that classic 4-3 matchup at Molineux. And you remember that Jota scored a hat-trick. One of the goals was a dramatic goal deep into stoppage time to snatch the win for Wolves in that 7-goal thriller. And as you say, both players been in great form for their clubs this season. So something tells me more goals we will see very soon, Joe, as Wolves have a free kick in a dangerous area.
Yeah, you can see Diogo Jota not interested in taking any long shots here. Going to try and work the ball into the box, much the same way Philip Billing and Neil Maupay did on the first day. Two excellent FIFA players, really. Here's another chance for Jota, and it's another goal. 3-1 to Wolves. Jota, I think, has scored with himself there. And he's got the captain's armband, Wilfred Ndidi, head in the hands moment. But at the moment, Jota is running away with this game, Harry.
Yeah, so well-deserved the leader right now. He's been absolutely amazing. I don't think he's actually put a foot wrong in the first half. 3 well-deserved goals, I must say. But as we already know, and games that we've seen earlier this week, nothing's over. There's still a way for Wilfred to come back. But as it stands, it is a well-deserved lead by Diogo Jota.
Yeah, Jota, of course, has represented his nation, as I said earlier, in esports as well. So we've got a serious player. There's another chance for Wolves, breaching the box, just looking to work an opening. And he is, but it's a fantastic bit of defending by Wilfred Ndidi, well known for his tackles and interceptions in real life, and producing there again on FIFA. Really, really well defended that by Wilfred Ndidi. Leicester just looking to get a foothold in this game. It's been a tournament of so many goals, Smithy. What's been your favourite game so far?
Oh, it's a tough question. I've got to go with Man City Crystal Palace, Joe, just for everything that was around. It was 5-4. I think everyone, or certainly a huge majority of people, were backing Wilfried Zaha to go on and to do very well in this tournament. So for him to lose in the first game that he played in was very surprising. But Raheem Sterling, we know, is a keen FIFA player, and everything that ensued after that, with the disgusting sweaty goal, with the camaraderie that the two experienced together, I think that would be my highlight of the tournament so far. But there's been so many talking points in this tournament. We had the 5-4 game, as I mentioned there, on day two. On day two alone, we then had an 8-0 drubbing. Andre Gomez, who I think none of us really spoke about too heavily prior to the tournament starting. We almost did him a disservice by not doing that, because he won 8-0 in that game, and it was very emphatic. And he now looks to be one of the favourites for the tournament. And of course, late drama as well. We thought we'd be witnessing our first ever golden goal in the Spurs versus Newcastle match, but Christian Atsu with a very, very late winner indeed. So yesterday had absolutely everything. Late goals, it had tight games, it had 8-0 drubbing, and that was just day two. I think the celebrity element has thrown a nice mix into it as well, Joe. We'll see another celebrity player, Josh Franceschi of Umi at 6, representing Arsenal. That gave us an unknown quantity on day one, because we didn't know what to expect from the players. So there's been so much great drama, Joe, and more to come as well.
Yeah, there we can see the second half getting underway in this game. Hopefully we do get some more drama. At the moment, we will be seeing Diogo Jota going through to face the winner of Norwich against Sheffield United. Todd Cantwell is featuring in that game. But let's not write off Lys Mousset. You know, he's another unknown quantity. And like Smithy said there, we saw Andre Gomez, a player that hadn't been talked about, get goals for fun yesterday. What chance for Wolves? Surely a goal. Another goal for Wolves. 4-1 straight up himself, the captain, and Didi doesn't look happy with that one, Harry.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, and Diogo, like I said, has been absolutely amazing. I genuinely can't remember a time where he hasn't looked confident. We've seen some very, very good players in this competition, and I think Diogo's one of them as well. So a lot of seasoned FIFA players on this. It's not difficult. It's very difficult, actually, I must say, for a player who's maybe not as seasoned as someone like Diogo to come and actually get a win here. But it has been a great performance, I must say, Smithy.
It's been a brilliant performance, and it looks like we're going to see another goal. No, great interception, Soyuncu on Adama Traore there. It remains 4-1, but Diogo been in massively in control lately in this game. It was a closely fought start to the game, but lately we're really seeing Diogo's ability come to the forefront. Chatting to David Myler, amongst other people, who said that he tipped Diogo Jota and Neil Maupay too, that he thought would go very far in this tournament. We've seen Diogo play in other FIFA tournaments as well. He said earlier on before the game that he rates himself as the best player at Wolves. We know that there's other Wolves players that do enjoy playing FIFA, so I think that we might see Diogo Jota going fairly far in this tournament. And interesting to see, Joe, again, another player that scored with him, Jota, is playing very well for Diogo Jota in this game.
Yeah, 100%. This performance reminded me a little bit of Neil Maupay so far. Quite comfortable, did concede a goal, but overall the better player. Another chance, and it's another goal running riot here, Diogo Jota, with his own player, the captain. Wilfred Ndidi not happy with that one. Diogo Jota very focused, very happy though at the moment, and it does look like he'll go through to play the winner of Norwich versus Sheffield United. Of course, there are other games coming your way today after that Norwich-Sheffield game. We're going to see the return of Neal Maupay against the returning Philip Billing, two of the tournament's best players in Brighton versus Bournemouth. We're also going to see Josh Franceschi, our last standing celebrity fan, playing for Arsenal against Dwight McNeil, who's a man we haven't really spoken about. You know, Dwight McNeil kind of scraped past Ryan Fredericks, but at one stage he was 2-0 up. Although Wolves are in again. I'll come back to that in just a second. It could be another goal. It's a sweaty goal from Diogo Jota. Adama Traore makes it 6. And this is starting to get ugly, Harry.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's been literally a relentless performance from Diogo. He's been absolutely amazing. I think, if I'm correct, he actually scored a hat-trick, so that's the first for the competition with his own player. But yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult for Wilfred to come back from this. Like you said, it kind of does remind me of Neal Maupay, because it has literally been relentless. We've seen skills, we've seen feints, we've seen... Yeah, it's just been one of those dominating games. It's going to be very, very hard for Diogo to lose in this competition. He's very, very good, Joe.
Yeah, that pace of Adama Traore really looks like a threat, although there is a chance for Wilfred Ndidi here. He's opened them up. It's a great chance. Must score, does score. And we might have seen a tournament first there as well. Diogo Jota just taking control of the goalkeeper. I don't believe we've seen that so far yet in the tournament. A real sign that he knows his stuff on this game. I'm excited about the next round already. I know that Wilfred has just scored, but it looks like Diogo is going to get through. And him versus Todd Cantwell, potentially, is a tantalising prospect, Smithy.
Yeah, it is. And we said Todd Cantwell, within the FIFA community, a lot of people putting him down as the favourite. And Diogo Jota, another player we expect to go far. And we said go far. He's just gone even further in this game. It's Wolves 7, Leicester City 2. Wilfred Ndidi with what was a consolation. But Diogo Jota, another goal. And it has been all Diogo in this game, Joe. Wolves looking very, very strong indeed.
Yeah, very strong indeed. Obviously, Andre Gomez, currently the top scorer in the tournament, beating Reece James 8-0, a result that really lit up social media, didn't it? Reece James was trending. He obviously then tweeted saying, "Thank goodness I'm better at football than I am at FIFA." And Andre Gomez just staying very silent on the matter. He is very cool, very calculated, isn't he? Plays a lot like he does in real life. Very elegant football. Diogo Jota with another chance here, but the lofted through ball was maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, Andre Gomez, probably the result of the tournament so far, although we could be seeing another standout performance here, Harry.
Yeah, definitely. And he could actually beat Andre Gomez's record of 8 goals scored, or live the little never to know. But I must say, Andre Gomez was against opposition that really wasn't the best, and it's actually, he has equaled it. He has scored 8 goals. Diogo Jota with his 4th goal. This is record-breaking performance actually from Diogo Jota. Absolutely stunning performance, Joe.
Yeah, 100%. I wonder whether we'll see Wilfred Ndidi after the game talking about it on social media, like we saw Reece James talking about it, like we saw Christian Atsu talking about it on social media. And rightly so. We've seen so many goals. It looks like we're going to see another huge scoreline here. 10 goals would be, I believe, the most of the tournament so far. We obviously saw 9 in the Manchester City versus Palace game, and it was nearly an 11th goal there. At the moment, 8-2 though, with just 9 minutes on the clock. Wilfred isn't going to be able to turn this round. And Wolves look really, really dangerous. Raul Jimenez is obviously a presence, and with the 85 rated mode, makes it really, really difficult to play against him. And Adama Traore's pace has been a constant threat. They're in again, Wolves, but it doesn't lead to anything, Smithy.
Yeah, as you were saying, we've seen Neal Maupay scored 6, Andre Gomez scoring 8, but that was 8 goals to 0. So although Diogo Jota has equalled the goal scoring record, the biggest margin so far, still Andre Gomez with the 8-0 victory. But something tells me we might not have seen the end of Diogo Jota's goal scoring in this game. 8-2 he currently leads going into the 6th minute. Very, very confident FIFA player indeed. And this side of the draw looks very, very exciting. Wolves, Leicester, the winners will play Norwich, Sheffield United, which is Lys Mousset against Todd Cantwell. So I feel like even suggesting that it could be Todd Cantwell is disrespecting Lys Mousset, because we didn't speak much about Andre Gomez before he ended up winning 8-0. So it's very, very tough to predict. And just a reminder that it is one game within each round, and you are out of the tournament. So as things stand, Wilfred and Ndidi going out and Diogo Jota advancing through very emphatically, Joe.
Yeah, we could just see the frustration on Wilfred's face there when that pass went out of play. A very, very, very tough opponent, Diogo Jota up first, and it is often down to the luck of the draw, isn't it? We saw Jamie Redknapp doing that draw earlier in the week. Wilfred and Ndidi not happy as the full-time whistle blows there. Wilfred, just talk us through your emotion during that game. How are you feeling?
I feel really bad. It's really good.
It was a tough one. Obviously, Diogo Jota is a very, very good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very good.
Diogo, let's get some reaction from you then. How are you feeling after that win?
Sorry, I was with the sound off. Can you repeat?
Yeah, how are you feeling after such a comprehensive win?
Yeah, I think although Ndidi did a good effort, I think I probably know more the game than him. So...
And you obviously scored 4 goals with your own play. You must be pretty happy with Diogo Jota, the captain, scoring 4.
Of course, I need to be captain, and I'm very happy for this poker. And also, Ndidi makes a pursuit against me in the field, so it was my turn.
Well, you scored 8 goals there. That's the second time that's happened in the tournament. Is that how we can expect to see you play going forward? Lots of attacking football?
Yeah, always. I like to play the game for offensive football, so I'm an attacking. So always look to score goals instead of defending. So that's my style of play.
And Wilfred, just finally, do you have a message for Diogo going forward in the competition?
I think he can actually win the tournament, but he's really good. He is really good. Well, the first few minutes, I saw it because I'm not even up to that standard yet. I'm okay. At least I learned something from it. So he's really good. He'll go far, yeah? Good luck for the future.
Thank you.
There we go. The game finishing in very, very good spirits between those two. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. Congratulations to Diogo Jota on what has been one of the performances of the tournament, Smithy.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, how humble was Wilfred there. What a nice guy, very humble and gracious in defeat. And Diogo, very calm in his post-match interview there. And something tells me, Harry, that Diogo is going to go very far in this competition. That was a great performance.
Yeah, 100%. That's got to be one of the most standout performances of the competition so far. It was very, very good from the first whistle to when the game ended. Looks like he could score with every opportunity he had, which kind of signifies how good he is. To be honest, I didn't know too much about him, but now I know a lot about him. So I'm going to be watching out for him. And potentially, if depending on how the next game goes, he could be facing Todd Cantwell, and that could be an absolute blockbuster for this competition. So, Joe, I'm probably looking forward to the next game as much.
Yeah, this side of the draw is just stacked, isn't it? Diogo Jota, Todd Cantwell. We haven't talked about Lys Mousset yet. He might be some serious FIFA talent. And then, of course, we've got Neal Maupay against Philip Billing as well, which is guaranteed to see loads of goals. And Josh Franceschi versus Dwight McNeil in another game we haven't spoken enough about yet, Smithy.
No, it's a very good point, actually. We haven't spoken a lot about Josh Franceschi, who is the only celebrity player left in the tournament. Tom Grennan, very animated, we saw Tom. He probably celebrated the goal more than anyone, despite the fact he was 5-0 down. And he said how much, it was really nice, actually, afterwards. I don't know if you saw, but he was another one that said how much he enjoyed being involved. He actually said it was a privilege to represent Man United. Harry, we spoke briefly yesterday. Josh Franceschi, our only celebrity player left. And you think that adds more pressure to them than the players, don't you?
Oh, of course, because you're not actually a football player. You're actually a fan. just like the millions of people. So he's very lucky, but also very unlucky because I'm sure a lot of the Man United fans would want him to go the distance. But it happens. I think with Joe, he's proved that he can win in tough situations. So we can't write him off. I think the tougher games actually proves who's the better player anyway. So it'll be very, very good to see how he goes against his opposition. So I'm looking forward to a lot of upsets. You know me, I'm here for upsets. So still looking forward for the upsets.
Okay, let's have a look at the results then. We can just give you an idea of where we're at on day 3. Here it is. First game, Wolves 8, Leicester 2. Diogo Jota absolutely in cruise control from minute 1, really, against Wilfred and Ndidi. Our remaining 3 fixtures of today sees Norwich take on Sheffield United, Brighton against Bournemouth, and Arsenal play Burnley. And this is what it means to the draw. So we've got our quarterfinalists that all took place and that were all established thanks to yesterday's action. Liverpool will play Newcastle. That is a classic Premier League fixture, throwing up some great games and great goals down the years, hasn't it? That will be one of our quarterfinals. Everton against Man City is our other one. On the right-hand side of the draw that you can see, that is what you will be watching today. The first result of day 3 is Wolves 8, Leicester 2. So Wolves playing the winner of Norwich against Sheffield United, and the other 2 fixtures of the day are there as well. So the next matchup, Todd Cantwell against Lys Mousset, Norwich against Sheffield United. Joe, I know you're very much looking forward to and excited to see Cantwell. A lot of talk in the FIFA community that he potentially is not just one of the favourites, but the favourite to win this tournament.
Yeah, obviously posting on his Instagram as well over the last few days, himself training, himself practicing for this tournament. But let's not forget about Lys Mousset. I think maybe we're doing him a little bit of a disservice not talking about him enough because we've seen upsets throughout the week. So let's not totally write off Lys Mousset. Let's hear what he's got to say. Let's hear about his FIFA background. But we know plenty about Todd Cantwell up to this stage.
A theme throughout our coverage, Harry, is that you've always said you're backing the underdog. Do we think it's fair to say Lys Mousset is the underdog going into this next one?
Most definitely, only because we've never heard of his FIFA skills. Like Joe's alluded to before, we know a lot about Todd Cantwell and how great he is. So it should be, I think, the underdog usually has more power in these situations because no one's expecting him to win and then boom, they come out of nowhere with a win. So it should be one of those intriguing games. We hope that it's another blockbuster like the last game. Hopefully we can break another record because if I'm correct, the 8-2 is the highest scoring game. So, yeah, Smithy, I'm looking forward to see what Todd's got to bring to the table, man.
Okay, so that is it for our first game of the day. Come and join us at 1:15. We'll be back for the second game. It is Norwich against Sheffield United. Cannot under to all of you to please stay home and save lives. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.